Coach Clint Mylymok joining us right now. Coach, tough weekend up in Maine. What did you guys learn from this past weekend?
We would actually, ironically enough, we had the same thing last year in Maine where we coughed one up late and then they got us in overtime. And it's a learning thing. Like, we did some video and we watched and we had a lot of guys fleeing the scene before they took care of business, trying to score a goal. And we just learned that, hey, like, first things first, protect net out instead of above the net trying to score. And it's just like nervous. You could see that the guys were just scraping up pucks. They weren't lifting sticks. And you know, the one thing I try and teach is find the gray areas too. Cheat, like in not in a bad way, in a good way, where you don't have to get off the puck when you're on. You can stay on it. You know, getting pucks out. We had a chance right away to clear. We had a chance for empty netter. So it was just like a lot of stuff. A lot of guys, you know, in situations they maybe weren't in last year, and they'll learn from it. And then, of course, now they seem to be a little more dialed in when we talk about these things and work on 5-on-6 and how important it is to trap pucks, kill the clock, get that clock moving as much as you can. So it's a learning tool, and we'll be better for it.
So it's a little bit of a wake-up call because you guys have been pretty good in the early going. This seems like a very good test of adversity for the team.
Absolutely, and you know, the other thing too is it'd be nice to be healthy, and that was part of the problem at the end too, was winning the face-off. I had three centers that are at home, and you need the puck. You got to win face-offs. I thought we did a good enough job. I think in the end though, like get some killer instinct and put them to bed. We had a chance at 3-1, and even during the game we had some odd man rushes, breakaways, and you got to have that killer instinct, and you can learn that a little bit as you go, and I think that it'll I would say tick off a lot of our guys that we came out there with 1 point instead of 2.
When you look at what you guys have this weekend against New Hampshire, one of the new teams, another team in the East Division, every point matters. How much is that being drilled home by the coaching staff that, hey, we got to get these points when we get them?
Yeah, I mean the points all matter at start of the year, middle of the year, end of the year. Like every point is huge, and we can always point back to 1 year we missed the playoffs by 1 point. So it does matter, and we can't throw them away. And the message for our guys is every team in our division, it's a battle. In our league, it doesn't matter who you play. Every night is tough. There are no gimmies. There's no easy points. And New Hampshire, I mean, they've had a really strong start, and you know, they've built up a pretty good program to start their inaugural season. And if we're taking them lightly, I don't know what to tell you, because the message from us is like, these are not going to be easy games. They're winning. They're hard to play against, and they have good goaltending. So we're going to be challenged for sure.
When you look at now, we're getting into the middle part of the season, rosters and things like that. For you as a coach and a GM, putting on your GM hat, how do you look at what the mold of this team is supposed to be?
Trying to be the same every year is competitive, smart. Like, you know, we don't just chop pucks up the wall and slap it out. We try and make plays and create possession, and we're just trying to keep making sure we're working on those like possession things. Even at exiting defensive zone, I thought this one thing we did great against Maine is they took away the walls. Let's use the middle, and we kind of sliced and diced them for 58 minutes, and did a good job of exiting our zone. And that's one thing I like about our team is I feel like they're coachable, they're smart. We can move pucks, we can get teams in transition. Conversely, we have to get better at possessing the puck in no zone and not going in, making one play, all of a sudden it's back up down our throat. So that's kind of what we're looking to keep building on and trying to find those pieces and developing those habits in our game.
And I think being at home probably helps a lot too. Guys don't have to go on the bus. You guys don't have to make that long trip, and you're in front of your home fans too, right?
Yeah, it's always fun to come here. But you know what? I think it's fun to come here if you're a visiting team. I mean, I know for a fact a lot of coaches really enjoy the atmosphere, and their players feed off it. We go on the road, and some teams don't seem to be as animated as they are when they're here, because our fans do bring that environment of excitement and intensity, and kind of wake you up, I guess, when you're on the ice and know that you're in a real atmosphere. And it's always fun. It's just a great atmosphere as a player and as a coach, whether you're on the opposing team on our bench.
Head coach Clint Mylymok, thank you, sir.
Thank you.